Welcome to the CFG Game Cast, episode number 164, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers who like to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Fridays and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, and so much more. So show us some love, do us a favor, and give us a like on Facebook, a subscribe on YouTube, and a follow on Twitch, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Davis Green with CFG Games, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Hiyo, not too much. Apparently, possibly going to a party tonight. I've been playing the new Dead Space.
Is it growing on you? Are you liking it?
I'm playing it.
You're still there. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
I have some qualms. Now I do have one of the colorblind modes on. It is helping a bit. Not completely, obviously, because mine is a little different. It's not like a traditional colorblind. I am having a lot of issues where I will save and it saves my file, and then I go to turn around to continue on with what I'm doing, and my it won't move. So then I have to hit escape, reload what I just saved, and continue on. So I'm having some weird glitches and things like that. It is a lot of Alien Isolation, where it was oh, you moved all the way across the ship, almost dying 19 times to do this one thing, but so sorry, you've got to go all the way back to then press a key on a button, a keyboard, and it sometimes makes me want to blow my own brains out. So
you know what? I would say, play devil's advocate. This game came out back in the late 2000s.
Oh,
so
I concur.
It's a different time comparatively now.
I do play a lot of games that came out a while back. Like American McGee's Alice and things like that, which American McGee's Alice came out in 2000 and the second one 2011. So I do play older games, and of course there are glitches, and I always expect that. But for something that was revamped, I guess I didn't expect this many issues with it. But it's kind of interactive for chat, because they're like, hey, goofball, you missed something back there, which is nice. They're not telling me what to do, but they're like, hey, you missed a bunch of lockers and some stuff you got to stomp on. Frustrating that I can't jump. Kind of, yes, you can use your pack, but I like to be able to jump in games. I don't know.
You don't play the Division, do you?
I did for a while and I stopped. But when you hit spacebar, that's your jump button in most games. It's a stomp. So I'll be trudging along. It also, I might say, and this is maybe a girl's observation, my character looks like he's pooped his pants when he's just walking. It looks like he's got a full load and he's trying to make it to a bathroom. But I am having some fun with it. I joke because I keep finding coffee stations. I'm like, this poor guy just wants a cup of joe. That's all he wants, is a cup of joe. So I'm making the best of it. We had discussed previously many times that I did not want to play this game, but I am playing it because my beloved got it for me, and I appreciate it, even though I didn't want to. So I'm playing it, and I'm getting through it. I think I'm on chapter 4.
You are literally the queen of backhanded compliments. You know that, right?
You know, look at them lips. Can we just take a second? Look at them lips, though. Look at that. He was like, I gotta get. I don't know. I know that she doesn't want the game, but I'm gonna get it anyway. Them lips got me. I feel like the lips want the game.
I am enjoying it. I like the storyline. I like the alien. We'll just just not to spoil for anybody. I like the alien, the protagonist in it. It's interesting. Mostly if you watch me play it, for anyone who's interested, I play it Mondays and Wednesdays until I complete. It's me coming across a bad guy and going, no legs, no legs, no legs, because I'm shooting out their legs first, and then their little armsies, so they can't poke me. And so, I'm making the best out of it. Is it my favorite horror? No, but I am making the best out of it.
I love how Dustin's like defending himself inside the chat. It's like, how dare she talk down on our boy Isaac Clarke?
That's true.
It's like, that man's a stomping hero. He is a stomping hero. I totally agree.
I'm guessing that's
And-
the person I play as.
Yeah, you're wow. How long have you been playing this game? Oh my god.
Like the original too. I call him the white man every time he takes his helmet
The
off.
white man.
White man.
Was the white man
It's
doing
like-
something?
Oh man,
I'm
the
the
white
white
man is bringing it down again. Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool.
I cannot.
yeah.
What are you guys
Oh.
doing? But you're
So-
right.
It's like,
if you
oh,
ran
no.
into necromorphs, I definitely would have soil pantaloons.
I
too.
get it. Well, and like I joke.
And all you
about-
have is mining tools to defend
Basically,
yourself.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
too.
what?
That's what it was. It's like he's not
Mining
a
tools?
he's not a soldier. He's using mining tools off of an old mining rig to
Yeah.
fight
I'm
all
not-
these things.
Oh,
So
I am not familiar with the story.
So I think you froze a little bit, Smitty.
I
But
did. I
basically,
absolutely froze hard.
for instance, one of the weapons you pick up is like a saw, and so you throw the blade out. You do have to get a little closer, so if they're running at you, it's a little harder to use that. But like, I'll try to shoot one of their legs out, and then I take the saw and basically obliterate them. But if you take their heads off, they still come at you. So
yeah.
I try to remember: don't shoot them in the face, shoot them in their arms, like where the joints are. So I try to take them out at the knees, and then I try to take out at least one arm, and then I stomp their faces in. Or I
Good
just
strategy.
go, I just forget and I just start swinging on them because I'm a badass, So that's all.
Good deal.
Mhm.
Good deal. Hey, but Lex.
Mhm.
Do you know who name drops but names drops the wrong person or the wrong name?
I do, and I do it too. But his name is.
The 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What is going on, my dude?
Yo, chilling. I am. I had to, like I said, I had to class it up here tonight. So we are in a collared shirt. We got
We got
I had
classy Smitty
opportunity-
today.
Yeah, no, I interviewed I emceed a panel with Steve Downs. If you don't know who Steve Downs is, he is Master Chief. Every iteration, official Master Chief is him. So and he's a radio guy. He's a commercial. He done commercial ads and things like that. He was also Star-Lord in Disney's. I can't remember exactly.
Guardians of the
what it was.
Galaxy?
Not the Guardians of the Galaxy. Why would you even say that?
Because you said Star-Lord.
I did.
I mean-
but we know not live
You mean
action
for like
wise.
the
No.
Christmas? The Christmas?
No, the-
No.
No, it's
Oh,
the
all right,
animated
stop.
one.
Stop
The
it.
animated one.
I didn't know there was an
And not-
animated one.
Not what if.
He was
Not
he
what
was
if. but there's another one. I have it written down. I wish I had my.
he was
my
Chris
notes.
Pratt's stunt double. That's what it was in the Christmas one.
Ridiculous. So that was fantastic. Great guy, and just really, it's so special to be able to be a part of something like that and be able to share a stage with a person because they mean, especially somebody that we're talking about 2 decades. This man has been Master Chief. So some of the folks that came up and were just not only asking questions, but just, hey, my dad and I, this is something that we shared when I was a kid. I grew up. There's literally a woman that came up dressed or cosplaying as Cortana. She threw some lines out at him. It was fantastic. He threw some lines back. Like, you can really feel how much it meant to people. And it's always special to be a part of that and be able to be up there. So that's why I'm dressed up.
Maybe I'm just a cold person, but I just like it's I didn't even really think about that aspect of it before. I don't know.
Davis wouldn't think of that aspect because he is cold and
What the hell
calculated.
does
He is cold and calculated.
I am not
he
cold
comes-
and calculated. How dare you?
The only reason I'm on this is because like he hides behind. He's like, here, let me get some of that little bit of that personality, and then people think I'm a human. He may be an alien, y'all. He may be an alien, but he runs a damn good website in the CFG games and Con Freaks and Geeks. But no, it's been a fantastic week. It's gonna be busy this whole week. I'll be down there. We've got the Voodoo Ranger party that's going down tonight as well. So I'm really excited about that. We'll be going over to that. Tomorrow I'll be down there. If you're in Las Vegas and you're at the convention, we're gonna be giving away some stuff over at the Las Vegas Inferno all day over at their setup down there. I'm on from like 6 to 8 tomorrow night doing 1v1s of Super Smash. That's the time to go. If you are even halfway decent, or even if you never even played the game, there's a good chance that you could beat me. So that's the time I will be there, but I'm gonna be there with Lizard Elsa as well, and then the girls are gonna come later on. And then Sunday
you're gonna be money matching. You should be money matching Smash. That's what you should be doing.
No, dude.
You should be like $5 every time.
Yo, if you beat me, you also get one game off of my Steam game list.
Oh yeah, you need to get rid of
there
that.
You go. There you go. Like, let's clear it out. I've got all kinds of games I need to add on there too. But yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. We've got that, and then Sunday I've got a panel with the folks, some of the actors of Demon Slayer and Apex Legends. So I'm excited about those two as well. We'll be down there all day too. So busy weekend. I'm gonna be going down also tomorrow. Hopefully morning-ish as well. There's a Pokemon Go huge tournament. The official Niantic thing is out here. Not necessarily a tournament. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. It's just like a huge event. There's 50,000 tickets. They sold out like it's nothing. It's gonna be all throughout the city, but like the main hub is down at Sunset Park. So I'll be down there tomorrow doing some interviews, getting some B-roll and all that stuff, and then the rest of the time after that will be spent at Level Up. So busy weekend. Not a lot of gaming going on. I'm hoping to. I think we can talk about it according to NDA. I just can't show anything. X Defiant is in a closed beta phase 1 with that. So and I think you're a part of that, dude.
Who, me?
Yes.
What do you mean? Like I'm a part of the. This is the first time I've heard of it.
No, dude, you are a part of it. I think. I don't know, maybe not, but it's an Ubisoft original game. We're testing that now. I'm trying to get some time on with Kenobi this weekend too, but it's a game I think that folks are gonna like. I can't show anything or anything like that, but I can officially talk about it.
I was wondering about this.
It's gonna be free to play. It'll be free to play. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I remember this. This was like I do remember this, but I don't.
So it's definitely more of like you know how Valorant's kind of like CS:GO meets Overwatch.
Yeah,
this is almost kind of like not necessarily. I wouldn't say Overwatch meets just Call of Duty. I would say more of kind of that like Call of Duty, not Call of Duty style. I can't remember if I think it's first person. It's first person or third person. But you have the characters have abilities, so like Call of Duty, but with like operators, but like throughout like some of the different franchises. So you got a faction with a DedSec from Watch Dogs. You got a faction from Splinter Cell. There's like it's pretty. I think it's fun. I've enjoyed it. It's still rough. Obviously, it's a beta, but it's enjoyable, and I definitely see potential. And it's gonna be free to play. So. I could talk about it, but I can't show anything. But yeah, that's what's been going on. It's a busy ass week. It's been a busy ass week. It's gone fast. What about you, brother?
Man, yeah, I know you're always on the move, man. It's crazy, but yeah, dude. Like I was like, wow, what? It's like I didn't know about that. I didn't know anything about the NDA on this. I've been busy. Busy with some other stuff. With some stuff on my side too. Like I just released our interview with Ilphonic Studios, the people who brought Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed that we were playing a couple of weeks ago. I would talk to the CEO and the CCO, the Chief Operating Officer, and the Chief the co-founder of Ilphonic Studios, which was insane. That was actually a really cool interview. Dude is a huge Ghostbusters fan, and was talking about stuff about the DLC and stuff. So definitely check us out. on our other podcast, Pop Culture Gems. That was really fun. And then, like in 2 weeks, I'll be going over to a new convention called WaifuCon, actually. And I'm actually going to be, yeah, I know, right?
They have a convention about me?
Yeah, it's actually, first off, this is the weird thing about it. So
it.
originally,
said, all right, I'll volunteer. I'll do it.
Here's
I'll
the
cover it.
thing.
Don't worry, guys.
Well, actually, it's weird because like I didn't know that my dude, like one of my dudes, is one of the co-founders. Yeah, one of the co-founders of this new event, and this is a first-year event. And I was like, hey, if you need me to do anything, just let me know. I'll definitely help you out. So I'm gonna do I'm doing a emceeing a panel. I forgot for who. I think it was for Jonas Scott or something like that from BeStars. So that's going to be pretty fun. Nice. And yeah, so going to be doing that here in the beginning of March. It's going to be my first time emceeing any event. I've gone to so many events in the past like decade, and this is my first time being an MC, and I was like,
that's
wow,
really surprising.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
Figured, like, well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was cool. I was just like, hey, yeah, I didn't even think about it. I didn't really think about ever doing it. And then someone just said, hey, Davis, she's like, would you like to MC a one? And I'm like, hey, I've never done it before, but it can't be any different than doing a podcast,
right?
You know, so
exactly.
Yeah. So
is it one where like you guys, like people will be able to get up and ask questions and stuff? Oh, nice.
I believe it is, but I think I need to set I need to set it up. You know what I need.
Style?
Well, it's gonna. I do have certain questions because actually, Jonas Scott, I've interviewed him for the podcast before, like 2 years ago, and
that's
so
awesome.
I know the guy.
This will be the first time you guys meet IRL.
Physically meeting in real life, yeah, it's gonna be the first time meeting in real life, yeah. So I was just like, okay, cool. Let's like I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it and seeing it. That's the reason why I really want to go. It's kind of funny because most of these people are like cosplayer, but they're like kind of risque burlesque kind of cosplays and stuff, but then like on the opposite side of it, I'm like, wow, they actually have a strong voice acting cast, and I'm like, I want to meet those people more than I want to meet the other. So yeah, so looking forward to checking it out. So WaifuCon, if you're in the Dallas area, stop by at the WaifuCon, I guess, and at the Hilton Marriott in downtown Dallas. So that's going to be pretty cool.
And I also hear that Davis is going to get a lovely pedicure before the event. So you guys can all Google his little toesies.
Call him out!
Call him out!
He's wearing a skirt. He didn't say it, but he showed me his outfit earlier for WaifuCon. He's wearing this cute little skirt.
Like shots fired. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so there you go. Well, apparently so.
Can we get something done with them sabers down there?
Oh, they're a lot better than what they're a lot better than what they were when y'all were there. So there you go.
Nah, dude, dude, no real judgment. I got snaggly teeth or
snaggly teeth. Jesus.
I got snaggly teeth.
And y'all throwing this information out on the street.
Drink responsibly.
Oh no!
I was trying to be cute because you're wearing a little skirt, so you gotta wear little toesy shoes, and you gotta get a little pedicure, like a French pedicure, because it's a French maid outfit. You know?
What the frick is going on? Anyways, so. Yeah, but anyway, then after that we're going. We just got our we got our keys for Wild Heart, so I've been playing a little bit of it. I only did 1 day of it. I didn't have enough time to mess around with it, so I am going to mess around with it seriously tomorrow, and we're going to be doing a good full-fledged review of it as well. So looking forward to that. Oh, and the new Like a Dragon Ishin, so that's going to be really fun too. So that's basically what my plans are. And they finally fixed my goddamn furnace too, so I'm totally hyped.
Yeah, he's nice and toasty.
Nice. You know, it's funny.
Nice and toasty.
Our heat went out today.
Your what?
Our heater went out today.
Are you serious? Wow.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that's terrible. Yeah. You got. Is it fixed or is it still down?
Oh no, it's still down. Getting an AC person out here today would have been impossible. We gotta discuss.
Nice.
Yeah. Is it cold? Is it cold in Vegas still?
It's chilly.
It's getting down to 30 at night, but I think we had a cold snap. It was like getting to 70 during the day, and then we started getting. It snowed the other day, but it didn't stick.
Yeah. It
I
was
watched
here. Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It was like a snowblower, and it was going
That's
sideways down
crazy.
my street.
Oh, was it?
Was,
I was surprised.
Wow.
Like Aslan's the one that grabbed me, took me to the back door. I didn't even know that was going down. I thought it was raining still, and all of a sudden I looked out there. I was like, oh snap! I was like, so I scooped her up, and we had to go play in the snow a little bit.
Nice.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
great.
it
That's
didn't
nice.
stick on the ground for us over here, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, we didn't. It wasn't like that. When I say play in the snow, I don't mean like legit playing in the
Yeah.
snow.
It was
got
just dirt.
I didn't even
basically.
think it would snow in the valley. The fact that it snowed in the valley, like
That's
that
pretty
tells you
impressive.
that should tell you enough.
Well, the
Yeah.
likelihood of he's only like 15 minutes from me, but it would more likely it's snow at my house than his house kind of thing. But I was like seeing huge snowflakes and stuff coming down past my window. It was pretty cool.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway.
Cool. Well, I know we don't want to talk about just the weather over in Dallas. Wow, in Vegas. So let's go through the normal rigmarole like we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion in the world of video games for the previous week. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry, and we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook Live, to be a part of the conversation as always. So if there's something that you're wanting to chime in about what we talk about, type it inside the chat. We would love to talk about it amongst everyone here. And if there's something, we will make this as interactive and as fun as possible. The more the merrier, as always, I like to say. So let's get this party started. And you know what, before we do that, because we got this guy named Crazy Luigi Brothers, and it's like that's cool. Did you see the Super Mario Brothers teaser trailer that came out?
I did not.
Earlier this week?
Seen it yet. No.
Negative.
Oh.
Ghost Rider.
Oh my God, I don't know if you remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, the original one that happened in the 80s, Smitty.
Oh yeah,
but,
absolutely.
I do.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad
Yeah.
taped it, and I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So do you remember the introduction, like the rap that they had at the beginning? They implemented it in a commercial.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was just like,
Yes.
I loved it. I loved it so
Yes.
much. It was a blast from the past. Yeah, the old school rap.
Aw.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out.
Hold
If you haven't,
hold on.
check
Let me
out-
go use the bathroom real quick. I'm sorry. We're not recording. We have not started
Oh.
yet. Yeah.
no, we have. Well, I was about to hand it over to you for your topic, but if you're wanting to go,
Oh, are
take
you
it-
serious?
Well, yeah,
We
go
have
for it.
started.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll shut up and then we'll get into it. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I mean, if you can hold it, I mean,
we'll
if
do.
you-
I
if
got.
not-
I got it. I thought. Don't mind me.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, Smitty. Yes,
Somebody talk.
you're. We'll go for it. Go for
I guess
it.
I'm gonna
Smitty.
talk. I guess it's gonna
Yeah.
be me. Yo.
Yeah, it was you were the start. You were the start of the topic.
Official. We knew it was coming. Twitchcon not only was announced, and I think we already knew about Paris, which that's going to be fire in itself. TwitchCon Las Vegas, baby. I am so freaking pumped for that. I am excited for the city. I am excited for us as not only a place to get together. San Diego's great. Don't get me wrong. Las Vegas is not nearly as pricey, number one, as San Diego, I feel. But I also live here. Lex lives here. We live here. This is in our backyard. And it's going down October 20th through the 22nd. I don't know about the concert stuff yet. I don't know about the things. I don't know if I'm even just staying at the crib and then we're going to go out or if we're going to do like a staycation type of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Can you imagine doing a staycation inside, like rent
what do you
an
mean?
Airbnb?
Absolutely. I've already done it.
No, I'm not saying it's not unheard of. I'm
And-
saying that'd be freaking awesome. I think
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool.
And I think, that would be great. But at the same time, it's like, but I save a lot more money just staying at the crib. Not only that, but then people that are out here that want to stay at the crib, as long as I gotta make sure it be good with the family and stuff like that. You can't be unruly assholes. But I don't believe that the people that be staying at the crib anyway. You know what I mean? Like, but either way, I am so pumped for streaming friends, to be out here. And I know there's a big thing, you know, they had recently banned gambling, and people are like, oh, Las Vegas gambling, what? And that is a legitimate thing, I think, too, because there are obviously the people are still doing it. You know, they're still gambling and streaming and whatnot. But like, this is like literally an invitation for people to go sit down at tables, which I don't know that you can do that in casinos.
Do what?
So that should be interesting.
Wait, do what?
To stream while they're gambling. But
oh yeah, that's gonna be
you know what I mean, to
questionable.
take a stance against gambling and then make it make the TwitchCon in the gambling capital of the world. But Las Vegas is much more than that. There's so much to do out here. I really what the biggest thing for me that I'm curious to see what the plans are is just how they plan on using the Las Vegas Convention Center. It is a huge convention center. And even in San Diego, they didn't use all of that space. So I'm curious to see, and I really hope they utilize the space better. I hope things are it's going to be interesting because the last couple of years have been at San Diego. You know what I mean?
Dude,
and like
San Diego is a beast, though. The convention center is a huge. I mean, like, you're right. The Las Vegas Convention Center is a big convention center, but that is but relatively in size, it is probably less than two times the size of what it was in San Diego. San Diego is a gigantic center.
Is it? Because it never felt that way for me.
Well, because they closed it off. Because like I've seen like if you ever go to San Diego Comic-Con, you feel like the size of the. I mean, they use each and every square foot of that place, and it's like, and it still feels like it. And then that place, it's gigantic.
But that's like NAB. NAB uses the whole, like basically the whole convention center.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine TwitchCon doing something like that. I would like to see them go a little bigger, though. If you're if you're going to be in Vegas, you can't come to Vegas and not go hard. If you're coming to Vegas, you got to go hard in the paint. I feel like this will be a great time, and I think I feel like the Paris TwitchCon is going to kind of be a precursor. I'm not familiar with any of that stuff or the venue or anything like that over there, but I really feel like it because like I've kind of felt that way, and like I'm kind of hit or miss. I mean, Sugar Cube even said so much. Hey, I definitely plan on coming out there, but I don't know if I'm going to go to the convention. And I don't know that people need to go to the convention, to be honest, because the last couple of years, there has not really been anything, even networking opportunities. I did more networking outside of the convention than I physically did inside the convention. I only went to the convention because I felt like I had to go to the convention because I paid to go to the convention.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm
ridiculous.
saying? Like I want more out of the convention from Twitch's side. And I really hope they take the opportunity because in terms of entertainment and things to do outside of the convention after hours and stuff like that are going to be fucking limitless. Out here in Vegas, there's so much to do. So many shows, sports. There's a whole another ass thing that's going on that same weekend as well. So I'm gonna talk to some people because if anything, this is an opportunity how I feel for my streaming friends, you know what I mean? Like to be able to have not only an IRL connection, but them to come into my daily life, into our backyard. Like, yo, we gotta go hard in the paint. We got to go hard in the paint. I also got to think too. I can't go. I'm not just in some random city where nobody knows me. You know what I mean? I also got to think about the fact that like, yo, there might be people out there that I work with and stuff. I can't be a complete fool, but I don't know how it's going to play out.
I totally feel. I totally understand. Like, you know what? Like, I think. Well, no. I think it's. Well, first off, I have been saying since day one about when they moved over to San Diego that I think San Diego was a horrible fit for this convention because I think I think they thought that TwitchCon could deal with that kind of level of, the level of the environment in San Diego. But dude, San Diego is expensive. San Diego is San Diego's location lights, like the gas lamp district is really the only area that you can go besides going to what's called a Giant Stadium. Is it Giant Stadium or Padres? I forgot what it was. Padres, isn't it? I don't know. Anyways, the baseball. Yeah, the baseball team, team and everything. I don't remember even that whole deal. Padres. But So the area of that was ridiculous. And then for a person if you were lucky enough to get a good Airbnb at that kind of at that time, even that is already was really pricey. It's insane for it. And I thought that telling Twitch streamers to go to that to that spot I just think that it was I think it was a ripoff, especially how much you're paying just for the ticket alone, and then you're literally going to be dropping at least a good G or $2,000 just to actually be there. So I've always thought that San Diego was the worst spot. I mean, San Jose was not a good spot either, but it was more accessible. Vegas, I think, is a perfect. It would be is a perfect place to do this event and see. Ravage already was looking at the square footage of the place. He's like, San Diego is 2.6 million square feet. Vegas is 1.9. So it's close to it's less than double, but it's still a little ridiculous and stuff. The Dong says it's actually the San Diego manta rays. So so yeah, I mean, you know what, the only reason why I would even consider going is because y'all are there, and I think it would be a pretty fun, it would be a fun experience, especially if you're bringing people that you're telling people that they're in your backyard. I mean, you're definitely gonna have a chance and opportunity to go, then yeah, go for it. I think it's definitely a great opportunity to network, and then also say hi to people that you haven't talked to in a long time and stuff, and probably bump into Amaranth and have her talk to your dog again. Lex.
That's not Amaranth.
So
it is. Yeah, sorry, Amaranth. Yeah. Did not know that was you.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm really stoked. I've already told my community manager, look, I'm flying you out. You're staying here. We're going to TwitchCon. It's on me. You can't say no. You gotta come, because I know Doc's coming, and he, mods for him, and I think it's. It's in my own backyard, so I feel a little more comfortable. I don't feel like if I get lost, it's going to be that big of a deal, because I can easily find my people. But excuse me, I think too, price wise, I don't think the hotels are going to hike up their prices that much, if at all. I really don't. I don't see it happening, and
I don't want to say. I mean, well, I only want to say never is never, but shoot, if you have an opportunity if you have an opportunity to increase the deal, I don't.
No,
I don't think
I'm not
so.
saying that they're not expensive, but if you were staying on the Strip, a lot of people do have family members that do go to Vegas and they gamble and they get credits. And those family members can't always use those credits. So that's also something to think about. You could then use their credits, get a room, and then, for 2 nights, and that third night is free, or, you get comped buffets and stuff like that. So I think looking at it in a grander scheme, it's not necessarily going to be a lot more out of pocket. And I've heard from my friends who live in LA that went to, the San Diego con, they immediately are like, this is going to be so much cheaper for me to go to Vegas, stay at a nice hotel like the Bellagio, and I'm still spending $1,000 less than I would have if it was in California. Or if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's definitely going to go a longer way in Vegas than what you would have expected in San Diego, and that was my beef about it. I was just like, this is a terrible. I was like, dude, I was saying that TwitchCon is nowhere near the size of San Diego San Diego Convention Center. It's the prices. The reason why you have to jack that price up and stuff is because where you're at, and stuff. And I just think that it's a little ridiculous. Dog says he's staying at the YMCA. That's a pretty good idea. Do a lock-in. That would be funny, do like old school stuff. Watch the never ending story stuff while you're there. But no.
Hold on before.
But the one crazy thing I really have about it is that, well, a little bit of advice here is I forgot the name of the what's the name of the hotel that's right next door to the convention center? It is like terrible. No, it's not. It's like a star. It starts with an S. I forgot what it was. Like it was like an old school.
The Stardust is no longer
Stardust.
there.
Oh, it's not there anymore? Okay, good.
They imploded like years ago.
I used to play roller
No,
derby
that's not
there.
it. That's not
The
it then.
Sahara? Are you thinking of the Sahara?
No, I gotta look it up. Hold on.
That got
I'm
you.
gonna find
Yeah,
it.
look it
up. No. There was something for the Star Trek convention. The Hilton.
No, it wasn't the Hilton.
It wasn't the Hilton? Okay.
No.
I got nothing then.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
The
it's a hotel
Sands?
called Sands has been gone since I was a baby.
No, it's still there. It had to be still there because I know, like, I stayed there like
Nah,
4 years
dude.
ago.
Why are
The
you gonna do
Sahara.
something to me during E3 that like by that time like October rolls around? I'm like, I don't even know who that person is. That's not somebody that's in my recollection. I've never known anybody that named Donkey. What is it? I don't know. I don't know who that person is.
Right.
What?
Renaissance, Westgate, Mardi Gras Hotel.
Westgate?
I'm looking. Westgate. Yeah, the
It's probably
Westgate.
Westgate. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the Hilton?
the Westgate's terrible. Don't ever go to the
Don't do
Westgate.
it. No.
Well,
Yeah, the
look, dude,
Westgate's
those
terrible.
hotels aren't great, but like at least you're there. You're already
True.
there. That's the closest you're gonna get. Katie had hit me and was like, "Hey, dude, like, is this the location of the convention center? I want to get something close." And I was just like,
You know what I would
No.
suggest? I would suggest going to there is a what's it called? Renaissance. Is the
the
Renaissance,
Renaissance is
nearby?
right there. That's where I parked today.
Yeah. The
Mhm.
suite, the suite, there's like a suite Renaissance Suites that's nearby there because that's where I like to go when I go to the convention
But
center.
even then, though, here's the
Not
thing
bad.
that I know, and that's great and all. My recommendation: most people are going to be either Strip, Fremont,
Mhm.
wherever, somewhere along that corridor, right?
Mhm.
It's not. It's going to be a hop, skip, and jump to either go to the Sahara to catch the monorail. Yeah, or just go directly to the con. You'll take something. Staying there is not going to be worth it because all the parties, all the thing that's going on is not going to be anywhere near the convention.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
gonna
gonna
be
probably be
somewhere up the
downtown the strip.
Yeah,
up
for
on
sure.
the strip.
So just keep that in mind as you're booking, as you're going through things and whatnot. That it's great. But the convention, like I know the last two in San Diego have not like majority of the time I was in the Capa Cabana having drinks and kicking it. Like the convention wasn't much. It just wasn't much. It hasn't been much. I love
more this
out of that.
Dust is literally just get a room at the New Orleans or Rio for 20 to 40 a night. And then Ravage is like, Dust is going to get us killed.
No. Actually, the Orleans
The
and
Rio's
the Rio,
solid.
they're really
Orleans,
good hotels. Like the
there's
Orleans
some-
is just older. But
I got kicked out of that strip club that's across the street from the Orleans.
So did
I
I.
went in too hot. I went in too hot.
What did you do?
It wasn't even that
man?
bad, dude. Like we had a table. My buddy had an MMA fight at the Orleans. He had the after parties at this. I can't even remember what the name of it was, but it's right across the street there. And we were there. We had a table and shit. And like I was down by like the thing. My buddy was like, "Hey, let's go. Blah, 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 whatever." All right, cool. And I went down there and this waitress came up and was like, "Hey, do you want a drink?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. We're just right back there at the table. You know what I mean? Like, throw me up I don't know, whatever, something." And she came back with a drink. She was like, "That's gonna be whatever." And I was like, well, I got a table right there. Like, we got booze right there. What are you talking about? She was like, "Oh no," but I went back to the thing and I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna pay you for the drink, cause I got a table with booze right there, like I just said." So, no
Smitty.
thanks.
I just can imagine.
And then all of a sudden,
Was
the
this-
security guy called. I got kicked out. It was dumb.
Was
But
this
we had a
conversation
table,
with
stupid.
booze
It
or
was dumb.
no booze? Like, was
Huh?
that with booze in you or no booze in you?
Oh, dude, I went to the fights already. I was in there, baby.
I just can't leave. I just can't imagine it to be straight.
I'm loud though. Like,
yes, you are loud.
IRL,
you are. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you make it sound.
No offense, dude, but like
you make it sound simple. Yeah, you make it sound like it's so simple. But I've seen you drunk, and I've seen you.
We got a table back there. Why would I pay for booze? That's literally what I said to her. I'm at a table back there. Why would I pay for booze? I thought you were going back to get that shit. And you didn't. I'm not paying for this. And I got kicked out.
It. Like, you make it sound like, like, oh yeah, that was it. That was simple over there.
I wasn't thrown out or anything like that. It wasn't like nothing like crazy. But I didn't agree with them. I was like, why would I do that when I could have just gone back myself? I thought you were going back to the table to get it. I said that we were back there. So that's on you. That's not on me.
That is true. Okay, fair enough. Okay, all right, Smitty.
Facts.
I'm not. No one needs to fight anybody. I'm just saying. I was just like, okay, this must have been pretty crazy.
That's how it played out. That's the story. That's the story.
Okay, so we digressed. TwitchCon 2023 is going to be fun. You know what? But the thing is, like,
the fact that they were in Amsterdam last year, they're moving to Paris. As well, I'm excited for the folks. I would love to go to TwitchCon EU. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like, number one, I've never been to Europe. Number two, like,
me neither.
It's fun.
I don't even know how it would play out, dude. Like, I don't know for like me.
6 years of French.
Huh?
Sure, I can imagine you going to
Somebody
Amsterdam,
like me,
dude.
Like, I know.
Yeah,
dude, like, I would be.
I don't think that would have been that would not be a good idea for you, dude.
Son. No, it'd be a great idea because I would record everything, dude. I would record everything. It'd be fantastic. I feel like this is the thing. Like, I feel like people are just like, this guy seems so irresponsible. And I promise you guys, I said it right.
That is so funny.
I'm just a guy that's like, yo, an opportunity or something, I'll say yes. I'm safe about things. If I have to do things, then I will do things. But I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to live life. What I know of, me personally, is that we have at least one life to live, and I want to live that and do it as hardcore as I can and just do things and stuff.
No, I totally understand. Okay, but we'll see how it normally goes, you know. So, anyways, but no, TwitchCon's gonna be fun. But I don't think TwitchCon's gonna be fun because of TwitchCon. I think TwitchCon's gonna be fun as it always is with the company. So the company with people, and since it's in your backyard this time around,
we'll see how it's gonna be. Allegiant Stadium.
I can only imagine about the concerts, though. What? I mean, I just don't care about the concerts.
And I'm still regretting it. Okay.
Wait, that's part of the big. I feel like that is the big thing. At least of like official parties. Like the party that I'm going to tonight's not the official party. The official party is tomorrow, but I got an early morning Sunday, so I'm gonna probably skip out on the official level up party. But the official party is where, and again, it's like, it's way more restrictive and stuff like that. But that's where, you know, majority of the people that you know will at least be able to go there. And to be able to dance your ass off with folks that you've never even, you guys are familiar with each other from being online and stuff, to be able to just kick it with people IRL, cut loose, have a good time, to me, is invaluable of anything of that stuff. Being able to cut loose with the people, that's where it's at. Yeah. That's where it's at.
Well, you're not wrong. So that's cool. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, we'll see if how many people are going to be at TwitchCon. If they are, I mean, we know that two of the three people. Though a lot of the people here like to hear. I mean, say hello to you, Smitty, and Lex. Hopefully, Lex, you're going to go to that. So.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know.
I'm pumped. So get your tickets now. Get your stuff now. It's going to be fine. There's so much stuff. I'm hoping to set up an event as well. I'm going to look into that. Maybe that's something that we could do duo-wise, Lex, to set up some sort of thing. But I'm going to be looking to do some things. I'm excited to have people descend on this city, be able to show them, you know what I mean, having a good time, not just sitting on the strip or anything like that, just doing whatever, man. Like, I'm pumped.
And he's not allowed to leave me and get fun things without me this time. That's the rule. Okay?
Well, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it, Lex.
I'll walk straight into the men's
Wow,
bathroom.
that's messed up.
What do you mean?
Look-
That was not a thing. That was not an on-purpose thing. That
I
was
know.
that's the thing, dude, about me. Like weird things happen to me. People,
Me too, but they're
apparently
not
I
fun
have
like
on my forehead. Like, hey, this is a motherfucker. I can say some crazy shit too, and then
God.
we go from there. And not crazy good things. Just weird things happen. People know. People know. You guys know.
Lex,
Yeah, that's me.
what's your topic?
Okay, so we all know I love the spoopy, the horror, all of the things. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to talk about Wild Hearts, the new drop that Disney Dreamlight Valley did, or this popped up right as I was looking at anything like new in the last like 48 hours. So if you don't know, there is a game called Alice McGee. Oh my God, I call it Nanny McPhee. I always have. It's American McGee's Alice. Now, if you don't know, it's based off of it's a twist on the world of Through the Looking Glass and Adventures in Wonderland. So there are times that are spooky in the books, not terrifying by any means. Like you could read it to a 7-year-old and they wouldn't find it terrifying, but he has taken on this different persona, like if it was in a different universe and what happened. And I loved it. I loved this. I originally played the second one because I couldn't get my hands on the first one, which had come out in 2000. Obviously it was a little harder to get a copy of that. Dust came in clutch and eventually got that for me. So I did play American McGee's Alice. I did play Return to Madness, and I have not played it once, not twice, not 3 times. I have played Return to Madness 4 times. I love it that much. Now there are some glitches here and there because that game came out in 2011. But I've thoroughly enjoyed the heck out of that game. Now, there have always been rumors that there was a third one coming out called Asylum. Haven't really heard much. Well, here we go. So we were told that EA was not necessarily on board with a third game because they did come out with the first and the second, and it was due to EA. Now, he has had a Patreon. He creates all these cute little plushies for sale, and a lot of that profit goes to making this game. Well, he just put out 414 pages of basically the Bible of what the third game would look like, and the concept art and the dialogue and all of that stuff. And it looks fantastic. I rewatched this video like 6 times. I told Smitty a couple times, I'm like, I'm going to be quiet and you be quiet because I got to watch this. And I kept pausing and then going back and rewatching. It looks so good. And at the end of it, they have a circular logo pop up, and then through it slowly EA pops in, and at the bottom there's a message that says, "Let's make impossible things happen together." And then the Cheshire Cat comes onto the screen. So it's kind of American McGee's plea to EA saying, hey, let's make this third installment. What are you guys waiting for? Here's 414 pages of a Bible of how this game will work, what it's going to look like, all of the concept art, how things are going to change and where we're going to go with it, this, that, and the other. And it's not just an Alice after the second game. This goes like pre-game, post-game, and past. So we're going to get a deeper dive of her past, because in the game, it's not like the books where she just falls down a rabbit hole, right? This one is different, or climbs through a mirror. Her parents have died in a fire, and she's living in an orphanage, and it's a hard life. And they keep telling her she's crazy, that she never went to Wonderland, this, that, and the other. And they blame her for the fire. So that's kind of how the story progresses from there. This one, however, it looks like we're obviously going to be in an asylum, and how that plays out, I'm so curious. But God, it's beautiful. I posted the link, Davis, if you wanted to take a little peek at some of the artwork. But I was curious what you guys thought. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just a couple of things.
Sure.
I wasn't sure if so does he have the rights to like the IP to the game itself, and
Yes.
so EA doesn't. So
EA
he's
does not.
okay. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the way he's doing it, I like that more than doing crowdfunding, because I hate when game publishers go through Kickstarters for it, because
Really?
It's
yeah,
not a Kickstarter, but he does
I
have a
don't.
Patreon.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't, well, Patreon's different, because Patreon you're
Right.
paying for the goods and the services, but
Correct. And you are
Kickstarter
getting
is
both.
basically, yeah, Kickstarter, it just makes it so much worse in my opinion, because Kickstarter's way is that they're basically saying, here's this game, here's my idea here's my plan, or here's my dream that I'm wanting to make. Please give me money and make it come true. And then they disguise it saying, oh, well, the game's going to come out. This is the money. This is the amount of money I'm going to pay anyways when the game comes out anyways. But you're basically playing for you're going by a person's personal word that this game is going to happen, while people are waiting years and years and years, or delays, or anything can happen when it comes to that. I don't like the way certain developers go through Kickstarter, well, gaming, especially gaming developers, to go through it, and then you have to trust them that they're gonna back out, because there's been tons of horror stories of that. So no, I do not trust it. Or what's even worse, there's a good thing for Kickstarters personally, and I think that Kickstarters, when you're adding big companies, like for instance Shenmue 3, when they said that they're going to match the Kickstarter thing, Sony was going to match the Kickstarter thing amount to it, wasn't a big fan of that. I think that's bullshit, and I think that's kind of predatory to individuals itself. That's why I don't like Kickstarter for that kind of stuff. Star Citizen is also a good example that Donk's just bringing up in my opinion, because like I think Star Citizen is I think Star Citizen is a little bit of the offside, because they're still in the production of it. But look how long it's been.
It's been like
look how long. Yeah, look how long it's been for that game. That game was that guy.
I have the thing.
Yeah. That guy basically put an idea out there saying, oh, it's going to do this, it's going to do this, it's going to do this, and this 15 years ago, or 15 years ago, and yet he's still asking for money and more money to the same crowd for a game that we know is never going to come out. So like, I'm just saying that like, or it's going to be in its alpha, beta, whatever stage forever. So no, I do not trust Kickstarter. I do not trust the things this way. So I will commend American McGee that in that way, to be like, okay, I'm going to a real publisher that's not depending on crowd surfers and that stuff. So so yeah. So but like the real question is like, why is he doing it with just EA? Like, why can't he go somewhere else, like Embracer or other people? Like, is he shopping it around? That's what I was asking, or wanted to know.
So that I don't know. And I tried to look into that more to see if he was looking at other publishers to try to bring it out. I don't know if it's because he has a like an already working relationship with EA that he thinks that maybe, this could work. And then there was talk that because Dead Space the IP was being redone, the original, that maybe now there's room in their catalog for them to then next work on Alice. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's where he's going. I think that there are other companies that he could absolutely reach out to who would 100% make this game. And he does have, so the gentleman who's working with him on this one previously had worked on other games that were huge, that had worked on Doom, Forbidden West, excuse me, Star Wars Fallen Order, and XCOM 2. So he's got the people that can make this happen. It's just now he needs a company to be like, yes, we will make this IP, and here's our timeline for things, is essentially where it seems like it's at.
I mean, yeah, I gotta take a look. I'm sorry, what were we gonna say, Smitty? You look like you were about to say something.
Yeah. So here's my thing, and at least for me, and especially when we went into the pandemic, and all of a sudden the government was throwing money at us. I did a lot of investing in, I wouldn't say investing, but I definitely threw some money at a lot of Kickstarter games. Some of them it's just like, ooh, whatever. Like for me, it was more about supporting people that were doing something and whatnot. And I totally feel you. I feel like Star Citizen is definitely, it's super ambitious, and I don't know if that game really, I think eventually it will come out, but it's still so rough even playing. And I haven't thrown any more money at it or anything like that, but I've been there. But there's been some other games that I have that have fully come out, that have fully been developed. They end up selling it to other people or stuff like that. And like, I had a blast being a part of that journey. I had a blast being able to invest in somebody's dream, something that they had, they're putting the work in, and it's hit or miss. You're 100% correct about that. It is hit or miss on whether, like the people actually develop the game, whether the game ever comes out, if it just sits in whatever. It really is like, I feel like for me, I'm not a gambler, but like that to me is my gambling. I guess it's more of gambling on people and their ideas. But there's been some solid things about it, and that's been a big push for me, was to try to bringing in the Tuesday streams, an additional day of streams for myself personally, was more to highlight these games that I'm just either doing Kickstarters on. One of my goals every year until I finally do it is to create a game. I would like to do that, and I want to do something. I don't want to just
and then you're gonna have me voice the main character.
There's all kind of things. I gotta listen, girl. Listen, woman. I'm sorry. That sounded terrible.
I was like, dang.
I know. I said, girl, that sounded terrible. Right. Then also I said, woman. And I was like, oh, that's even.
Well, I'm just saying
There's
this.
a lot that I want to. There's a lot that I want to do, but like, I want to, and I understand being skeptical. I've been burned. I've been scammed. All that stuff, but I haven't done it. I mean, I have, but like a little bit, but like I do with things that I have excess of, and I want to also be able to support other people, especially people that are in like, so, and it's been hit or miss on whether it's games, and I don't know if they'll ever come out or not, but like there are multiple games within those platforms that I want to be on the ground floor of a community, of a game, of something that somebody is passionate about, that they're doing, they're listening, they're receiving information. Like that to me is amazing. Not only being able to develop something myself, but just being able to support somebody else too. So like, I don't want it, like, I understand, dude. I completely understand, Davis, in terms of being skeptical of those things as well. But if you do have some of that stuff, or you do have some extra things, like, I'm all about also supporting other people in their endeavors, whether they come to whatever. I'm not looking for anything in terms of that. I just want good shit.
Dude, but here's the thing, though. No. I'm sorry. There's a difference between being skeptical and there's a difference of doing business. And this stuff, 9 times out of 10, most of the stuff is business, because, like, I mean, it's not like to break the dream itself, but like if you're asking people this is almost as bad, in my opinion, as the Steam early what's it called? The early program. I always can never remember the name. The Steam.
But I feel like I feel the same way with you and Stadia.
Kind of deal with it. With what? With Stadia?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, Stadia itself wasn't.
We all knew that was going to fail before it even started.
Yeah, but they weren't asking. They weren't asking specifically early access. Thank you. No. That's different.
Hold on. You still invested. You still threw money down. We all knew how that shit was going to play out.
Okay.
It was too early. They didn't market it properly. It was super restrictive.
Well, here's the question,
there
though.
was no benefits. But you
was
still
Stadia
threw money down on that, Davis.
Was Stadia specifically asking to crowdfund their technology?
I understand
during Stadia's process. Did Stadia do that? No. They
No,
gave you.
I feel
it
like
was
that's
just
worse. At least with crowdfunding, I know there's a risk. With Stadia, they say, "Yo, come on in. We got you guys," but we all knew
We got it
it was a
figured it out.
motherfucking Kickstarter.
So you're
let's not
basically
play
saying that if a
games.
game itself specifically says, "Hey, I want to make freaking let's make the next South Park sequel. I don't have the game yet, but we're needing runway space to make the game. I'm asking for $1 million." And then you're saying that's better for you when they don't even have a plan or a roadway. That's how Kickstarter is though.
But it's not though, because you do research, you look, you have conversations, this and that and whatnot. I would take that over
in
Google.
The perfect world.
With Google, you said, oh, fuck, dude, you guys got a thing. And I'm not saying you're all hyped. I know that you knew how it was ultimately going to play out, okay? But you still did it regardless. It's the same thing to me. It's just with somebody with less of a reputation.
How is that the same thing? That's what I'm understanding.
It still fails. Whether it fails or fails, it still fails, right?
That's not the point though of what it is. These are two totally different things. That's what I'm saying. If it fails, it fails. Because the product failed because it was it ended up becoming a terrible product.
They put more work on Kickstarter than fucking Google and Stadia did.
But it was completed. That's the difference. It was completed. It was a completed product. Stadia was just a garbage product.
Stop right there.
You're right. So both.
It was not completed.
Hold up.
Come on, dude.
You're telling me that Stadia was Stadia not complete? Was Stadia a complete product when it came out?
No, it was not, and I'll tell you why right here.
So they were installing the game.
Every other cloud gaming service or everything else does not say you got to do this, and you're still getting games at full price. You get some sort of incentive.
It was still ass backwards.
It
was not a good product.
They rushed released it because they knew other people were on the horizon. They absolutely, infrastructure-wise and shit like that shit is on point. The reason that they're dead and NVIDIA Now's not dead, Amazon Luna is not dead, is because they have incentives for people to want to join.
We're kind of going way off topic on this, but like I'm just saying overall is that and even the point of it in general is that like what's it called, like what you were saying with American McGee itself.
Hypocrisy though. I feel like that's hypocritical because you're willing to give money to Stadia and shit like that, which was the same level as a Kickstarter.
Well, that's your opinion, Smitty. That's your opinion.
That's
I'm not.
How I felt about it.
We'll quash on it, but we agree to disagree. But the like I was saying though, overall, I just think that American McGee itself, like I hope that they do get its deal. Hopefully, it gets its funding. I just hope it's not going to go through like a publicized kind of thing itself. If they're going to go through EA itself, then yeah, that'll be awesome. But hopefully they're going to go with their options. Well,
so EA published the first two, and so he has the rights to all of it, but they published it. So now it seems like they're hesitant to do a third one, which he's like, dude, we're ready. Like, we can make this happen. And EA is a little slow to pull the trigger. Again, why we're not so sure. It seemed like they had a lot of horror IPs that they were going to do, but now that Doom has been Dead Space has been released, their hope is that with releasing this and at the end going, hey EA, we're ready, we're just waiting on you, that there's room in the IP list for them now, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, hopefully they will.
Huge backing. So many people want this game to happen. I mean, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, want this game to happen. Oh yeah, there's a huge cult following with this game. So for them not to is almost like taking money out of their own pockets at this point. Is how it seems.
That's gonna be pretty cool though if they do. So like, I did take a look at the. And when did you find? When did you find the trailer at? Like, where was this at?
I found it. Someone had told me like, hey, have you seen the Asylum trailer? And I googled it. PC Gamer had done an article on it, and it shows it in that. but I can here, I'll post it in chat.
I'll
so you
drop
have
it. I'll
but
drop it. I'm dropping. I'm working on it
yeah.
right now. I got
And
you.
then I
There it
also
is.
posted it in our CFGG crew privately. So if you want to
Mhm.
take a look at it, you will have to pause to like really get details. But I
It's
mean, it goes
crazy.
through every dress, every villain, what the dresses do, the new weapons, how they work, how her different modes work, this, that, and the other. And it looks like a masterpiece.
It's crazy.
And
That world, that universe is so
it's
and I didn't
stunning.
like the only reason I know about this is from like saying things about it and stuff like that. But like I've seen things of it, and this is very much a darker. I say darker, but I feel like that's the real world of what Alice in
Yeah.
Wonderland would be. Like that shit
Well,
doesn't
and-
like Disney had to make it family friendly. How it
Well-
really would be, I feel like it's very much how sorry, go.
And the best way, if you really want to get like a real feel for like Looking Glass, because a lot of people never read Looking Glass, they just read the Adventures of Wonderland.
Mhm.
Looking Glass is a lot darker because she has to have the Volpal sword and she has to fight the Jabberwocky. But there is a 1985 version. It is musical because in the book they have rhymes and you can sing them as you're reading the book to who
People don't even
yourself
know
or
what a
whoever.
Jabberwocky is, probably.
They don't. But
Like,
Good
if you-
dance group.
Yeah, but I mean, like Sammy Davis Jr. is in it. Like all of these, like Carol Channing, all of these super famous people. But it's 1985's The Adventures of Alice. You can find it online. It is fantastic, and it does show the darker side. She's a little girl being thrown into a universe, basically treated like an adult, but also still as a kid, and she's having to make these life choices as an adult. But she's like 8. And so it is terrifying at times. And some of the creatures she comes across, like they are absolutely terrifying. And so it's, if you want to get like a real version of what the books would be depicted like, that's a good version to start with. So
yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool.
1985's Alice.
All right, that's good.
It looks
That's a good one.
fire. Like that
Dude,
whole
it's
thing. I
so
was just
good.
like, I asked Lex, I was like, is that a tabletop game? Like, what's going on here? Like
Oh.
the lore and how deep they get within that lore, dude. Like, I'm very appreciative of that
Yep.
stuff.
It's really good. It's really good. So
This sounds like I was kind of I just skimmed through the video. I didn't really look at it seriously, but from a dog saying it's like that. There's a naked plea to EA to send us a big check please at the end of the game. EA's logo appears above the text. Let's make it possible and make this happen together.
yeah, no, that's
like you're
what-
saying,
and I brought that up.
yeah. You did bring that up,
Yeah,
and then I'm just saying that like
No, the
but
propaganda part is real.
it is very much real, but it's like you know what? I'd rather like if they're gonna go deal with the big house like EA itself, and then I think they've had like I mean they have back history with each with
They
the other
do.
American media games, and they probably liked they must have liked EA to come back to them. So
Yeah.
so I just think that I mean I think hopefully they do get it funded. I really hope that they do because and hopefully the vision that they have for this packet, because this, I mean, don't get me wrong, the art in this packet looks amazing. So
And there's
it looks
440
we'll definitely
pages, and
see.
you can download
Yeah.
the PDF for free now. So if you are
Nice.
interested, you are a huge fan like I am, go ahead. It looks fantastic. It's so
Yeah.
cool. And I don't think it'll take away from the game when it is developed, because I am saying right here, right now, this game will get made one way or another, whether it's EA or not. So,
Right.
hey,
Okay,
Sony.
but that's
I
cool.
love it.
You know, the downside is that we kind of went over in time, so we won't have a third topic today. But we'll close it off now because we're
No,
already
that
over
was
an
the
hour.
third
So
topic, wasn't it?
no, that was the second.
No, I was second.
We
I'm gonna
waited
check
too
my
long at the
Somebody-
beginning.
I'll go ahead and check my
Okay.
face. I apologize.
Yeah. So, folks, thank you for listening to episode number 164 of the CFG Game Cast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We will be back again next week with a new topics and stuff and discussion we want to talk to you about. But if you did miss out on this previous episode, that is perfectly all right. We release it on all podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, what have you, at the beginning of each and every Monday morning. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. And also be sure to go check out our website, conferencegeeks.com, to check out some awesome content, or check out the new interview that we did with Elphonic Studios about Ghostbuster Spirits Unleashed. It was a really awesome interview. So once again, this is Davis signing off with Smitty and Lex. Y'all, take it easy.
Bye.